How do you plan a unit of music? A lot of performing arts teachers are not musically trained and don't have the confidence to design their own music unit. In this video, I'm going to give you a simple rundown of how I would plan a unit of music using the Victorian curriculum. Hopefully this can help you with your own unit and lesson design. Following the Victorian curriculum, we have 4 strands in the music domain: exploring and expressing ideas, musical practices, presenting and performing, responding and interpreting. Here we are on the VCAA website. For each level, under each of the musical strands, we have a number of content descriptors. And down below, we have the assessment standards. In addition, there are elaborations on what this content might look like in your classroom. We're going to use these elaborations to help us plan out a unit. So I want to write a new music unit. This unit will be for my Year 1 and 2 class. I believe it's important to teach around material that you're passionate about. So I'm going to pick a general theme. I'm going to pick a topic that I enjoy: music in nature. I want my students to explore, what is music? Is birdsong music? Do whales sing? Do cockatoos drum? I also have a few outcomes that I want to achieve in this unit. We're going to do an open day performance. And their classroom teacher has also let me know that they will be covering how living things rely on each other in science. And they would love it if we explore how different animals communicate and interact with each other through music. I'm going to do it over one term, so I've probably got about 8 to 10 lessons. To assist in planning, I'm going to put together a table of content. To keep this video short, I'm just going to focus on one content strand. But if I wanted to be a completionist, I would cover all 4 strands and also consider the cross-curriculum capabilities such as sustainability, Indigenous Australian history and culture, or Australia's engagement with Asia, as well as things like ethical capabilities, personal social capabilities, creative and critical thinking. So anyway, here I have the content descriptors for Year 1 and 2, the Explore and Express Ideas strand. I'm now going to copy in those elaborations that we saw earlier. Let's brainstorm what this might look like in the world of nature music. So use this one example: recording music ideas using technologies and graphic notation. An activity that could cover this example is students record the sound of animals creating music, such as birdsong, using a tablet or a device's sound recorder. So I'm going to brainstorm an activity for each of these elaborations. And then I will have a list of experiences and activities that I can use in my unit planning. That's been my first step. Step 2 is to scaffold out each of these activities. I'm going to consider what steps we would take to get to these activities. What lessons, skills and knowledge do our students need to develop before taking part in these activities? In our example of recording birdsong, I will first need to teach my students how to make a recording. We will then go outside the classroom and make a recording of nature, discussing the results and proposing any solutions or strategies to overcome issues, before our students attempt to capture a recording of birdsong. So I'm going to produce a scaffold to cover all of my activities. Once I've done that, I can actually fill out a chronological unit plan. Now I have the outline of a unit with learning intentions, success criteria. Remember, we've only looked at 1/4 of the content descriptors. We've only looked at that exploring and expressing ideas strand. We haven't looked at musical practices. We haven't looked at responding and listening. We haven't looked at perform and presenting. So we're only got 1/4 of our material here already. But I wanted to keep this video short. So just remember, there's a lot more to brainstorm here. You can be filling out weeks and weeks and weeks worth of activities. But I can now think about each of these lessons, flesh them out using my school's preferred pedagogical structure, be it the Victorian pedagogical model or another one that your school prefers. I'll also develop an assessment rubric and cover the assessment standards listed in the VCAA music curriculum. This was just a quick review of how I might use the curriculum content descriptors to assist in planning out a music unit. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments what you would like covered in more detail. See you next time.